Let's start. So yesterday we have discussed about the importance of study of the automata theory and some components with which we are going to study about a machine. Okay. The components are like sets. Let me share my screen. Is my screen is visible? Okay. The first component we are discussing today is the alphabet. So basically, when we are in pre-primary school or primary school, our English teacher are also uh, explain the word called alphabets. So basically, alphabet in English language, what is an alphabet? This A, B, C, D. These are the alphabets using which we can create some word. Using which we can create the sentence, then paragraph, then everything. That means when we are expressing something by using any kind of language, we need one term called alphabets. In English, it's A, B, C, D. In Assamese, it's O, A, Ko, Kho, etc., etc. Similarly, in this particular course, we also have to go through different uh, individual components, and alphabet is one of them. And what is an alphabet? Alphabet is a finite set of symbols. So basically, it is a symbol. Like suppose A, B, C, D. These alphabets are also or can be considered as a symbol. A is a symbol, B is a symbol, C is a symbol. Okay. For each and every language, there are some alphabets, and this alphabet can be considered as a symbol. But normally, we are not termed this alphabet as a symbol because we can know it is A, B. We can understand. We can see the physical structure of the alphabets. We can pronounce them because these languages are for human. We can see it. We can understand it. But when it comes to the computer system are not able to see it, not able to feel it. They simply get some instructions. That's why in computer science, whatever you are giving as an input, everything is considered as a symbol. And out of this, what is an alphabet? It is also a kind of symbol, but it should be finite. Finite means fixed, or that means there is some end. It's not like that only one or two or ABC. It may be ABCDEFGH, but there should be an end. It is not, it should not be infinite. ABCD dot 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 dot. It should not be like that. It may be consist of multiple values, but there should be a fixed number. That there are 10 numbers, 1,000 number, 1 lakh number. Okay. This alphabet, the first thing we have to go through, that is called alphabet, because when we go for the set declaration of set, subset, or everything, we use some alphabet, we use some final set of symbols to express anything. Okay. Suppose we are wants to highlight the price of a product. It is suppose 500 rupees. It is a finite set because 500,500, it is a set of symbols which represents a price of a particular entity. And in this particular course, alpha under alphabet, what are the elements comes, like suppose ASCII code. I think everyone is aware of the full form of ASCII, American Standard Coded for International Information Interchange, ASCII code. Because when we press A, when we press B, when we press K, when we press 0, when we press 1, everything is converted to a specific set of symbols, which is comprises of zeros and ones. I think this concept is clear to everyone, because when you press 0, it is not directly go as a 0. Okay, this 0 is converted to a set of binary numbers. That binary numbers also comprises of zeros and ones. That means the 0 you have entered and the 0 in the actual processing are two different 0. The 0 you have entered is the decimal 0, and 0 the system take as a input after conversion is a binary one. Is it clear to everyone? Don't confuse over it. Both are 0, but 1 0 comes from the decimal set of numbers. The next one is comes from the binary set of numbers, because whatever you give as an input in a computer system, everything should be converted to a sequence of zeros and ones, because the computer system is only aware of 0 and 1. Okay, if you press enter, if you enter A, it is also converted to a set of zeros and 1. If you press B, it is also converted to zeros and 1. And for each and every symbol available in the keyboard, there is a ASCII value. If you are not aware of this, you go to Google and search ASCII table. You will find that for each and every symbol available in your keyboard, there is a specific value, decimal value, and when you press that symbol, that decimal value is converted to a set of binary numbers, zeros and ones, and after that the system can able to process it. Okay, is it okay? Reply in a chat box. Is it understandable to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That alphabet. Then next one is string. Okay, what is a string? Can anyone tell me what is a string? Because in C also you have uh, used the concept called string for writing some program. String reverse, string concatenation, length of the string. Anyone have any idea what is a string? Shashank, hello.
Sir, character arrays.
Okay. Ankumani,
When,
please repeat.
sir, strings are character arrays dot আমি data store করো.
It is a set of characters in simple terms. Suppose array string is a set of characters, because your name, suppose Ankumani, is a string.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is a string which is comprises of some characters. So basically, string is a set of characters. Okay, in simple terms. But we can also define the string as the set of string over an alphabet person is a set of list, each element of which is a member of this sign. That means if we highlight A, B, C, okay, A, B, C belongs to something and it represents something, then A, B, C is a string which represents something, but it belongs to this particular category. Suppose I will explain with an example. Suppose student list. Under student list, your names will be appear. Ankumani, Shashank, Luknu, etc., etc. These are the set of strings under the category of students of BTech CSE 5th sem. Okay, and this is a set of strings where list of the students are listed under the category of student list. It is a set. Out of this, if we pick one value, suppose Ankumani, this will be considered as a string. This string represents a name of a student of BTech CSE and it comes from the category of student. Okay, this epsilon naught stands for the empty set, string of length 0. Suppose in some courses, suppose we have CBCS courses, choice grade credit system. CSE offers two courses. Suppose one is called information technology, another is called software testing in Python. Suppose we offer these two subjects. Now, the other than engineering students are going to adopt these courses. Suppose out of the whole university, 50 students are applying for these courses of these two courses, and after scrutiny you will find that all the 50 students have applied for the information technology courses. No one is applied for the software testing. Then we have to prepare to string. In one string, student apply for one set of strings. Where student apply for this course, CBCS course, information technology. Here 50 numbers are there. In the other courses, CBCS 2, there is 0. That means this is a empty string, which is also considered the empty set. Is it clear? That means in your Ankumani, the length of your string is suppose 8 Ankumani. There is 8 characters. That means this particular string consists of 8 characters. But when you do some form fills in online system, there will be another term called middle name. Suppose you don't have middle name, then your middle name strings length is 0. Okay, that's why it is considered as an empty string. But basically string is a set of some alphabets. That means first we have to go through some alphabet A, B, C, D. Then we have to go to some creation of some word. In literature, we are simply, because when we learn English language, it is not taught as a string. The word Ankumani is a string. It is considered as a word. But in computer science, the same thing is considered as a string. Okay, first we go learn about the alphabet, then we go to the string. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Reply. Okay, the next thing is example of string. Suppose, what is an example of string? I have already shared. Example of strings means your name is an example of a string. Okay, your title is the example of a string also. Okay, your city name is an example of a string. Okay, but these examples but all the strings are comprises of some characters. There are some other string also which is also which can be also comprises of some digits. Suppose your pin number, it is a another kind of string which is comprises of digits. Okay, and here if you find example of a string, this is the when we are going to highlight a set. That means these are the number of digits we have in our hand, and using these digits we can create strings. We have zeros and one in our hand, and we can create strings using zeros and ones. Okay, here you see curly bracket 0 comma 1 star. That means we have two input symbol 0 and 1 within the set, and using this 0 and 1 we can create multiple set of strings. That means suppose you have some money. In simple terms, you have some money you have for every month you have some pocket money. It's depend on you how you spend this, whether you have to spend all the money or do some minimal savings, or if you spend all the money on what on what activity you are spending the money, everything. That means simply your parents give you as some amount of money, that this is suppose 2000, 3000, 5000, 10,000. It's depend on it may vary, but it's you have this much of money for this particular month. Now it's your responsibility, it's in your hand how you spend, what are the activities in which you are going to spend the money. So similarly, in that case, we have two input symbol. From this input symbol or using this input symbol, we can create some strings. And while creating, sometimes we use both the symbol, sometimes we use only one symbol in a single time. Sometimes we use single symbol in multiple times. Sometimes we use both symbol single time. Sometimes we use both symbol in multiple times. That means it depends on us how we are going to create the symbol. And sometimes we can create a symbol without using the input symbol. That is called null string. And the null string is represented by this epsilon naught symbol, this particular symbol. Is my cursor is visible to you? The first one, is it visible? My cursor, mouse cursor. Okay, good. That means suppose you have your pocket money, but somehow you manage your whole month without spending a single penny. It is not possible. Still, we can assume that you suppose in lockdown you have in your home, but you get your pocket money somehow. You are staying in your home, everything is fine. No need to go outside for food. There is no option also. Okay? That means you are saving your money. Not a single rupees you have spent. That means it is epsilon naught. It's empty. Similarly, you have two symbols, zeros and one, but you are not using any one of them to create the string. Okay? Then it will be called a null string. And then we use only zero. It is also a single value string. Then again 1, it is also a single value string. Then we use 0 two times, 0 1 1 0, then 1 1, then 0 0 0 0 0 1. We can continue because there is no fixed number is mentioned here. Star means you can continue. At some point it will be n, but you can continue creating the string under the particular condition. Star means, like suppose DBMS, when you go to the SQL query, if you extracting some data and write select star. Select star means it will extract all the value from the database. If you want to extract specific data, you have to mention the select name of this student whose date of birth matches with this particular condition. You have to mention like this. But when you give select star from student, then from this student table, suppose student is a table where you listed all the information of student irrespective of BTech, computer science, mechanical, civil, electronics, then pharmacy, everything, every students are listed in the student table. And if you write the command called select star from student, it will extract all the students, all the 6,000, 7,000 students from Assam Downtown University. That means select everything star. But if you want only BTech computer science student, you have to mention. Okay? Select name whose department equal to computer science, suppose. You have to mention like this. So that means when you find star, it will be like as if you can continue the creation of the string. And 0 as a string and 0 as a symbol looks the same. That means this one, it is not a symbol, it is a string. When you write like this, it will become a string, only 0. Is it clear?
Sort কি কলে symbol আর string
Yes, Ankumani, repeat.
sir আপনি ক্লাসত string আর symbol তো কলে যে 0 as a string আর 0 as a symbol আচ্ছা
That means in the left hand side, it is a symbol. That means using this symbol, we are creating these zeros and one. These both are two symbols. Using this symbol, we are creating some string. In the right hand side, we are creating the string. And this one, this 0, is a string. That means when you use single 0 or single 1, the both appears like same. But how you can confirm that it is a symbol or it is a string is it's depend on at which portion it appears. Hello, yes, your voice is not clear actually.
বুঝিলো
Bujhila এতিয়া? That means
sir I understood
both look same, but it can be distinguished at which portion they appeared. Okay. Saidur, what happened?
Sir.
Network issue.
Sir. Sir, কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হৈছিল স্যার নেটৱৰ্ক
মোৰ ভইচটো শুনি আছা নহয়?
মাজতে কাটি গৈছিল স্যার এটা ঠিক আছে
ঠিক আছে. Next, language. That means, see, in the very first class, I have already told you that this is a theoretical study of the computer system. That for theoretical study, we need a platform. We need something through which we can assess the information. And basically, if you want to assess something, you want to express your feeling, okay, you need a language. In this particular course also, we need a language through which we can go through the aspects of the computer applications or computer system through which we can evaluate the system. So till now we have discussed what is an alphabet, what is an string, then example of string. Okay. The next thing is languages. That means without a language we cannot express anything. Suppose here right now I'm taking a classes of a particular course or particular topic. We have the raw materials of this course, but we need language to express this. We need language. Right now I'm using English as a language to write the definitions or examples. Similarly, I'm using a language to make you understand what are visible on the screen. That means we need a language. Similarly, we need a language to write something on a computer. Okay, so there are different set of language in different levels. At user level, we need a particular language to communicate with the system. In system level, there is another set of language using which the system will communicate with the user or communicate within themselves, because the system called computer is comprises of many individual units like CPU. In CPU we have hard disk, we have motherboard, we have RAM, ROM. Apart from CPU we have keyboard, mouse. All the hardware components are connecting each other, communicating each other to execute a individual recording or individual execution. So basically we need language for communicating to the system or communicating within the system also. And basically a language is a subset of function star, summation of star for some alphabet, this one. Okay, now in simple terms, what is a language? It is a way of expressing something. Okay, suppose if you aware of that, suppose this Assamese or this some other language are comes from the language called uh, uh, suppose Sanskrit, then Devanagari. Okay, that means they are the superset. They are the superset, and from this Sanskrit or Devanagari, we have extract a language using which we Assamese, we suppose Bengali people are define a language to communicate among ourselves. Okay, that means there is a superset. Suppose Sanskrit, yeah, Devanagari, there is a superset. From this, we are extracting something and we create our own. Okay? Another example, suppose there is a common language called suppose C. From C, we are extracting something and we developed another language called C++, Java. Okay? Okay? That means there is a superset where all the elements are listed. Out of this, we are extracting a portion. We are extracting some selected elements, and we create our own sequence, okay, using which we are communicating with each other. Okay. Now suppose for example the set of strings of zeros and ones with no two consecutive ones. Here the language is something different. Okay, that means we have to define a language, and for this we have a common set, suppose zeros and one. We have a superset of zeros and one. That means we can design all the combinations by using zeros and ones. It is a superset. Out of this, we create a language with some conditions. Here the condition is that we are creating, suppose in previous slide, this is a superset where this is a language where we can create a sequence of zeros and ones in a specific way. Okay, out of this, out of the whole scenario, we are going to create a language. That means this is a superset, a complete entity. Out of this, we are creating a language. Okay, and while creating a language, we are considering in a mind that no two consecutive ones are there, and this language is identified or represented by the language by the symbol called L. L equal to epsilon naught. Yes, the condition is that no two consecutive one. Two consecutive one cannot be appeared in a single string, but we are we cannot use any one of this symbol, and we can create an empty string. That was empty string. We can create a string by using a single symbol called 0. We can create a string with symbols, a single symbol called 1, then 0 0. We can use 2 0 because there is no such a restriction like this. No two consecutive 0 1 only, not 0. Okay, that means we can use 2 0, but we cannot use 2 1 in consecutive way. That's why 1 0, then 0, then 0 0 0, then 0 1 0. Here we find that two consecutive zeros are there, but no two consecutive ones are there. 0 1 0, then 1 0 1. Here 1 0 0. Then here you find that there are two ones, but they are not consecutive in manner. That means not 1 1 0. That means you cannot create 1 1 0. You cannot create a string under under this language with the particular condition called 1 1 0. You can create 1 0 1 0, 1 0 0 1, 0 1 0 1, like suppose 0 1 0 1. That means you can create several combinations of zeros and ones, but you have to remember one thing in your mind, that no two consecutive, two or more than two consecutive ones are there in that particular language. That means this is a language we have defined from a superset called this one, because here all the combinations are available. Okay, out of this combination we are creating a language to express something, to communicate with a specific operation. Okay, to communicate with a specific operation with a particular condition is that no two consecutive ones are there. That means we can create a language from a superset, from a combination of zeros and one, but sometimes there may be some conditions. Is it okay with you? Are you able to understand what is language and how we can create? This is the basic one. There are several ways of creating language actually. This is a simple one, basic one. That means we have a set of zeros and ones. Out of this we have to create a language, but the condition is that no two consecutive ones are there. And where there is no consecutive one, that means while we are creating a language, that means we are creating a set of strings, and the strings, the individual strings we are creating, okay, cannot have two consecutive one within a specific string, because all these are some strings, and this is a set of string, and this set of string is known as a language of this particular category. And where these individual strings within the individual strings, no two consecutive ones are there. Is it okay? Are you able to understand? Good. Now The next is this deterministic finite automata. We are not going to start this DFA today. But since this time there's a high possibilities that we have to continue our classes in the online mode. That's why I suggest you to buy one book in this particular course, because if we are able to do the physical classes, then I'm not recommending anyone to buy any book, because everything is covered during the classes. But since this time we have to go to the online, that's why I'm suggest you to buy one book of this particular course, because it is not possible actually to give all the notes in the online classes. Still, I am trying my best to give most of the notes via online, and most of the content are already available in the ERP also. Still, since it is a very important course, it will help you in your future study, in your higher study, or in your uh, competitive exams. So you can buy one book. Everyone write the names actually, if possible in online or offline. It's not cost too many actually. uh, where is the price? Oh, this is specifically it is around 250 or 300. So you can buy this book. Everyone write the name of the book, then it will be better if you buy, because this book is simple and easy to understand, and also this course is also very important in your future study also. So write the name of the book, uh, an introduction to, are you listening? Write the name, an introduction to automata theory, an introduction to an introduction to automata theory and foreign languages. And I have shared the names in the chat box. An introduction to automata theory and languages by uh, Adesh, by DSS Adesh K, Adesh K Pandey. Publication Kataria. Kataria publication. Okay. So this is all about today. We'll continue the next class with deterministic finite automata. So now, if you have any query, you can ask me. Unmute yourself and ask me if you have any query. The meeting will end in 5 minutes. So if you have any query, you can ask me. And I want to and only 13 have joined. What about the others who are absent? In the previous classes also 10, 11, the percentage is not uh, around 70 or 80%. You have 16 students who are absent. Well, who is your CR? Jitul, who is your CR? Bhargav. Bhargav.
Yes, sir. Bhargav is our sir.
Where is Bhargav? Bhargav have not joined, and I think he have not attend any one of my classes. Where is he? Anyone have any contact with him? You can unmute and reply.
ওটার ফোন নাম্বার আছে তো স্যার
You have to contact him. See, this time the attendance is very much important. Okay. See, we are giving so much effort. Then you have to give some effort. No? At least attend the classes. Then only you are aware that what is going on. Okay.
স্যার
Okay. Contact Bhargav and other two who are not present in the class, because you have 16 students and only 13 have joined to this class. So told everyone to come and attend. Not only my class, and everyone class. Every course is equally important. If you are not attending class, then it will uh, hamper in your study, because it is uncertain when the physical classes will start. So we have to continue like this way. And in my appeal, we have to try to do more interactive these our classes. It's not like that I am simply doing the explanation of any topic. From it should be both way communication. Okay, then the classes will be more iterative. Then we find some fun in the classes. Then it will encourage us, me also or you also, to attend the classes on time, to continue our study. Okay, so try to do more iterative. Go through the courses, go through the topics we have discussed, and if you have any query in the next class, you can ask me, something like that. Okay, so try to create a friendly or healthy environment among us, so that we can enjoy the classes actually. Okay, and drop some messages among your classmates that everyone should attend the classes, because this time attendance is very much important. It's not like the previous semester. Okay, this time a single day attendance is very much important. And you have to go to your portal and read the classes. Once we have updated the attendance, you have to read the classes. And if you have any query, anything regarding the course, you can ask me in WhatsApp group, in group message, or in personal message, in the class also, everything. Okay, but don't hesitate. What I want to say, that don't hesitate. If you have any query, contact me. Because
স্যার
yes,
আমার পোর্টেলত তো ৰেটিং টো 18 ৰ পৰা আছে বাট আমি দিয়া নাই তাতে
no, তোমালোকে ডেইলি ৰেটিং দিবা। যেতিয়া আমি তোমালোকে সাপোজ
18 ৰ পৰা আছিলে স্যাৰ এটো ৰেটিং দিব পাৰা নাই
ন, যিখিনি গ'ল এইখিনিতো মই ডেইলি এটেণ্ডেঞ্চ আপডেট কৰি আছো তোমালোকৰ। গতিকে যোনে যোনে এটেণ্ড কৰিছা সিহে ৰেটিং দিব পাৰিবা। সাপোজ তুমি আজি
নাই স্যার দুদিন মানে স্যার দুদিন নাছিলে স্যার মানে দুদিনতো দিবই নোৱাৰো
প্ৰথম দুদিন অলপ বস্তুটো ফুল্লি লাইভ হোৱা নাছিল কাৰণে, কিন্তু তাৰ পিছৰ পৰা লাইভ
সেইটো মানে এতিয়াও দিব নোৱাৰো স্যাৰ
এতিয়া দিব নালাগে। সেইটো পিছত আমি চাই ল'ম কি কৰা যায়, যে প্ৰথম দুদিনৰটো আমি কেনেকৈ কনচিডাৰ কৰোঁ,